Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode with me, your host, Raya in Harmony, where we'll be doing creative expression and anything that I want to do and feel inspired by in the moment. I'm not even going to give this a name anymore. I'm not even going to give it a label, a box, because I don't exist in a label or a box, and my expression doesn't exist in a label or a box. And I was really inspired to come on here and record a piece of expression through writing that came through after I had a beautiful cacao ceremony. And I was almost brought to tears by the feeling that I felt of being in reconnection with my truth. That has been the biggest theme of the entire, you could say year, but I would say it's really reached a culmination, climactic point of no return, specifically recently this week, these past couple of weeks. It's only heightened. I recently went on a trip to Costa Rica and Panama, and there life turned the volume up for me times 10, times 100, times 1,000. It was immeasurable. It was the perfect thing that I needed to be put back in touch with my truth. And so this piece of writing that came out was the feeling, the necessity of a woman to be in touch with her truth, her passion, because without it, she might as well feel numb. She might as well feel dead. It is her connection to her truth and her passions that keep her alive. These ideas were inspired by the book Women Who Run with the Wolves. It's called Women Who Run with Wolves. Still sipping this cacao because it's been a beautiful, beautiful ally this morning. And how this all came was because when I was doing my cacao ceremony, I decided to infuse it with the connection to my truth, to my passions, because that is all that matters right now in my life. I'm at a point of no return right now where I must execute with full force my dreams. Not out of like this fear that I'm gonna be like, there's no other choice, but kind of for my soul and my sanity, yes, there's no other choice. I'm not someone who can do anything less than what I came here to do. Like, I came here with big goals and big dreams as a soul, and I've always felt that. And every time I have steered away from that path, I've been extremely miserable, depressed. I have been almost like literally feeling like a walking zombie with this lack of luster, lack of aliveness, lack of joy. There is no other path for me. And every time I can feel this passionate about my life, I can really sit here now and just utter appreciation for this feeling, like complete appreciation for this feeling and gratitude. It is the reason for me being alive. I would not want to walk through life like a zombie. Like, I just want to wake up every day in devotion to my calling, in devotion to fun, enjoyment, bliss, laughter, creativity, play. Like, that is what life and being alive feels like to me. So I infused the cacao with the remembrance and reconnection to my truth and my passions so that I could actually remember it, because I've been living a life, I wouldn't say not in alignment to it. I definitely in my younger years feel like life situations, people, social situations, family, there's a million reasons why I have been steered away from my truth. And I have been walking myself back to that truth for years, for some time now. And it's been a slow, gradual reconnection, remembrance. And I'm sure, like, I know this story is relatable. I know we're all doing it. I know I'm not the only one who is in this walking home, walking back to reconnection and remembrance. So others may be further away from it than some, but we're all doing it. And we're all living varying degrees of our authenticity. But in the age of Aquarius that we are in now, it is all about authenticity. It is the only way. It is the only option. And so ask yourself how much, what percentage, what degree on the scale of how close you feel to your authenticity, how close you feel to your most authentic life, how close you feel to your most authentic expression, how close do you feel to your true home, to your truth. And it continues to get deeper. It's not even, I would say, a final destination, but it is a feeling for the now. So anyway, without further ado, a woman must be able to express her wild, sensual, creative force. This is what makes her feel alive, and without it, she feels numb, submissive, dead. She is a wild vortex, a portal of creation. And what is creation but sex? She is sex itself, the pleasure, the wild expression. She deserves to feel her own power to create. She is the one who decides worthiness and creates it. When she touches the truth of her own passions, she remembers this is what makes life so richly beautiful. What makes her elegant is the lightness she feels from the intense amount of peace she is at internally, from expressing and feeling every crevice of her light and darkness, the wholeness of her truth, the depth of her love. She does not need to feel pretty. She just needs to feel her truth. This is what makes her feel most beautiful. How authentic her expression is, that she can taste it, and that inevitably now she can be no other way with the world. They will get all of her rawness as she chooses to express it, in her fashion, in her walk, in her hair, in her makeup or lack thereof, in her smile, in her gaze, in all the subtle ways she communicates. She is a wild, wild woman, reaching deeper in her heart, reaching deeper in her soul, reaching deeper in her womb, following the depth of her roots all the way down in her dark, fertile earth, where she planted only seeds of truth. When she touches here, the richest flowers bloom, full of mystery and youth, a never-ending cycle of rapture, explosive, orgasmic pleasure that constantly bursts us anew. She is the eastern sun rising over the horizon of hope. She is the orange glowing moon in the purple skies of night's womb. She breathes a breath so deep that every fragment of pain is collected in the name of acceptance, running to a mother's embrace for a chance to be born again. You see, a woman must be able to express her wild, creative force. It's what makes her feel her aliveness, a sensual dance that births new worlds. She is a wild storm of chaos whose order can only be known by those who surrender in trust of the feminine way. To most, a mystery. To her and all her sisters and daughters, she is the vastness, the depth, the richness, the truth of her love. Mm. And that's the poem. That is the poem. Thank you for listening. Just reading that again, I felt it. And that's probably the best thing about art. It's the frequency of whatever was channeled into the piece is everlasting. It has a life now in this piece of art. And whoever comes in contact and engages with your art engages with the frequency you felt when you created it. I think that's the coolest part. Anyways, I hope that that inspired you, that motivated you, that helped you remember and reconnect with your passion, your truth, your wild nature, your creativity. Oh, the force that makes us feel alive. Don't ever dim it. Keep blowing and stoking the fire of your truth, of your passions. Because your dreams, your wildest dreams are possible right now. Right now. And it's not even like, that's not even fluff talk. Like, especially now in the age of Aquarius where things are just manifesting. We just finished a Sagittarius new moon. Ask for what you want. You know that line from the Notebook? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What are you dreaming about? What keeps itching at you? What won't leave you alone? Where do you see yourself when you visualize your most joyful life? That life of peace and ease and flow and creativity and love and bliss. What do you look like? What do you feel like? What are you doing? Where are you? Take time to paint the picture, write the script. It's happening. It's happening. And may we all provide each other the support and encouragement to keep going and walking this path, because there will be the ones who try to tell you that you're delusional and you're crazy and you need a backup plan. You need to do all the things but focus on your dreams. But you can, and you will, and you are doing exactly what you need to do and should be doing when you stay in your truth. With all the love and respect, you block out anything that is distracting you from that or pulling you away from that. Because you're the only one who has authority and leadership in your own life and in the decisions and choices that you're making. So if you don't go after your dreams, it's nobody's fault but your own. You're responsible for all the choices that you make. You are the leader of your life. It's time to act like it. It's time to show up for yourself and your dreams like you're the one who's in charge. It's you and God co-creating this. Don't ever forget that. I love you. I love you so much. Let's do this. Let's do this, family. Much love. Till next time.